Well, hello there, lovely YouTube world, and welcome again from the confines of my apartment, thanks to Sydney's ongoing lockdown. Today, this is a video that no one asked for, which is generally how this channel goes, so I'm sure you can just bear with me and join me for what is going to be another video of me just doing a task and filming myself while I do it, and hoping that maybe you'll enjoy it as well. You can see I've got my sewing machine here today, which means that I'm going to be doing some sewing, obviously. Recently, my friend sent me this dress, which is really great. The print is clearly very me, and I feel very touched that she thought to send it to me rather than just like take it to her Vinnie's, because it's something that she wasn't wearing anymore, and she knew that it would kind of fit my wardrobe, which is really cool. Cheers, Bonnie. This dress is a little bit too big for me, and so I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you guys how you might be able to quickly alter clothes, or generally just talk about the value of stuff that fits well. A lot of the times people don't really realize that sizing is a construct, and it's really fucked up sometimes, and I wish that there were just like sizes that weren't associated with numbers, because it really sets some people up for perpetuating body image issues and shit that society throws at us, which is just not cool. Usually in Australia, not to like, I really don't want this to be taken the wrong way, because I have had my own body image and weight issues in the past and issues with food and stuff, so I really don't want this to be taken in the wrong way, but I am like, according to today's sizing, about an 8 or a 10 in Australian sizing. I don't know what that is in US sizing, but US sizing is even more fucked up because they have like a 0. Like, what does that even mean? If you're a size 0, you don't exist? Like, what the fuck? What I love about this dress is that, sure, it has a size on it, which is size 14, but it actually gives you the measurements of what the garment is to fit, which kind of goes to show probably the vintage that it's from, where it was less about what size it was and actually knowing what would fit you well. I think people get really skewed by celebrities and stuff when they are wearing different clothing, and more often than not, those different people that you might see in the media have had clothes altered, or they're appearing with things that are slightly adjusted that are designed to suit them, and if something fits really well, it makes you feel really good, and in my opinion, it looks better. What else am I trying to say? I don't even know. I guess I should put this on and show you guys what it looks like, and then I'll get to explaining the different alterations that I'm going to do. Well, hello there, and this is the dress that I'm going to be altering. As you can see, it's a bit long and doesn't really fit me super duper well. Rather than just taking it in at the side seams though, it has these really cool pockets that I don't want to affect, so I'm going to take it in instead at the back dart and along the front seam. To help me do that, I put the dress on inside out, and then I pinned the relevant pieces so that I could then figure out which parts I needed to sew. It was kind of tricky, but I got there. The next thing I did was got my trusty cutting mat out to help me lay out and pin where I wanted to pin. So I took the dress off after I'd pinned it, well, inside out, and then just double checked where I'd got the pins and made sure that the back darts were okay. I just used the existing dart line to find where I needed to sew, and basically just took it out another like quarter of an inch, half an inch. Sewing terminology uses inches, so that's what I'm using too, even though inches are annoying. Here I am just sewing along the sort of line of pins that I made, and I made sure that I began and ended at the same spot as the existing dart, so that it didn't make any weird creases. And you can see here the existing stitching line and my new stitching line in that lighter thread. And here's some more b-roll of me just enjoying sewing and fast forward. I hope you enjoy it also. The next step was to figure out just how short I like things, and judging by this b-roll, I like things pretty short. Again, I put the dress on inside out and I pinned up to a certain spot, and then I marked that on the dress with my sewing pencil using my cutting mat inches as a guide for where I wanted those things to be. And then I just made the same markings on the other side too, and hoped that they would match up in the long run. I was going to be clever and use my rotary cutter, but it was actually kind of tricky, so I decided to change the trusty old scissors. The kind that if you use them to cut paper with, your mum will kill you. As I went around, I just folded up the piece that I'd cut to make sure that it was going to be even as I kept cutting along the dress, rather than spending time making lots of markings or something. That was just a quick and easy way to get through it all. And as you can see, I took off quite a bit of fabric. I finished the raw edge with my overlocker and then pressed and hand stitched up the hem to create the new shorter dress, which I didn't film because that was really boring. And this is how the dress turned out, and I can't wait to wear this out and about once lockdown is finished and over and done with next week. It's probably not my best job, but for an afternoon's work I'm pretty happy with it, and it's now something that I'll definitely wear more often than in its previous state. I really want to thank my friend Bonnie for sending it to me. She knows me so well. I also just remembered that she gave me this headscarf that I'm wearing for my 21st birthday, so I've had that for 10 years. Thank you, Bonnie. You are amazing. If you want to see more videos, then don't forget to subscribe and comment and like, and I'll see you next time for some more life advice you didn't know you needed. And until then, bye!